Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Day 2 of the 2024 Northwest Regional. Aaron Poland, Jace Andrews, and Jace. We are back at Dealer Park. We want to send a huge thank you to the Mustangs crew over here at Dealer Park who worked tirelessly to get the field ready. Because we saw it on the first day we got here, and boy, there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yeah, you see a baseball field right now. This was a swimming pool 2 days ago, so I'm just happy we're here to play, obviously. You want to be at the ballpark that you originally planned on playing at, and great work by the crew here, and obviously now excited to get the games going for Day 2.
To me, the best part, all of the kids in the Northwest Regional get a chance to play on this awesome field. I'm excited for all of them. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. We've never played on anything this nice, so congratulations to those kids. Let's go ahead and start with game 1 of Day 2. It's one of the first loser games. It's Cheyenne and Missoula. Cheyenne, they're the defending region champs. Jace, they're back to this wall.
Yeah, and we kind of saw them yesterday, almost not planned to be in the loose bracket, but planned their pitching accordingly. We saw them as one of the few teams that actually took pitchers out in terms of pitch count and are able to hopefully extend them into the rest of the week. The problem is, they got to win today. And they're facing a Missoula team who, just like Cheyenne, more or less ran into a buzzsaw yesterday of a pitcher, and that's going to be a tough thing to bounce back from. With a bigger park now, the bats have got to heat up quick.
It's an interesting thing. Pitching ruled Day 1. Pitching was awesome throughout the entirety of the day. It's going to be very curious. Now a lot of teams are getting to their number 2 guys. How is that going to change things? Are they still going to have the same dominance on the mound? Or will this be the day that the bats heat up?
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks. I think that the turf field yesterday kind of helped in some ways the pitchers and in some ways the batters. It kind of was a double entendre as you had the turf help some bouncing go right, but also it could also make go plays a little easier. So there's a lot of things that change, but I think knowing that each of these teams are the best in their states, pitching is not a question of if you have it, it's just how much do you have.
Cheyenne and Missoula, first game of the day, they're going to start at 9:30. Then we have game number 2 between Pocatello and Billings. Then game 3 of the day, that will be between the team out of Eugene, Oregon, and the team out of Lakeside Recovery, Washington. And then to wrap the day up, the team from Service, Alaska, they will take on the team out of Fort Collins, Colorado. We have such a great day of action for you. We'll have more after the break. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Day 2.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
And it is day number 2 here at the 2024 Northwest Regional. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling as it's our first elimination game of the week, Aaron. It's going to be Cheyenne taking on the Missoula Mavericks, and one of these teams will be going home after this one, which is tough to think, but obviously, you know, we have 8 teams, double elimination. Day 2 is when those eliminations start, and it's tough with both these teams we mentioned in the opening, but they both played really well, but unfortunately they faced some better pitching, obviously with Cheyenne going against Eugene, and they got 2 runs in the first inning, but besides that, nothing. And then for Missoula, they had a great pitching performance, only allowing 3 runs. They just didn't score any. 3-0 was their final score. And now one of these teams is going to come out here and try and continue their playoff run, and one will unfortunately have to go home.
Yeah, and Cheyenne, they had a pretty good pitching performance themselves. The only difference is they spread it out over 3 arms because Corey Williams pitched in yesterday's game. He'll be starting today's game. So it'll be interesting to see how they continue to use their pitching if they decide to do something similar, because it doesn't matter how many Corey Williams throws because he's pitching in back-to-back days. He's going to have at least 3 days rest. So one thing I'm curious about, the second arms for a lot of these teams. For Missoula, they got a pretty good pitching performance yesterday. How does their next man up look? Is their next man going to be capable of the same thing that they had yesterday, or are we going to see in this tournament? This is more of a tournament-wide question that I have. Or is the pitching going to kind of fall off and the hitting will pick up and they'll kind of catch up and even itself out?
Yeah, we're playing in the actual ballpark that was scheduled to play here in Dealer Park, as we obviously kind of talked about it a little bit, but kind of want to go back more in depth, as yesterday we had a little bit of a switch of plans. This park was flooded. You see it right now, and on your screen, that little dirt patch on the left side of it, yeah, that was a pool. There was literally no dirt to be seen. It was just water. So, again, want to give a big shout-out to everybody here for getting this field ready to go. And, obviously, that kind of changes things. You have the turf infield yesterday. You have the grass and dirt infield, so there's going to be some different bounces. Things are going to slow down a little quicker, obviously, instead of having it on the turf. And it's a lot of different things to consider for the defensive side of the game.
Yeah, all of these games have been so close that the field does matter. And you can make an argument for Cheyenne yesterday that third run that came across against them, that ball got pounded into the turf and then just exploded in the air over the head of the first baseman. So it's one of those things that they're not going to use that as an excuse. But the field, with how close these games are, it does make a difference. So being over here, it's going to be a little bit different, more of a, I don't want to say more true baseball hops, but more routine plays that you'd expect from a baseball field versus a turf field where the ball is going to bounce and skip through, where here it's going to be a little more, I guess the word I'm looking for, it's going to be a little more like you see on TV when you watch
They're going to be
majors.
more used to it because odds are these kids have played on more regular fields than turf fields this season, and that's going to definitely play a factor. And you mentioned the scores yesterday. I kind of want to go through them real quick just because yesterday was an interesting day for the pitching mound. As Game 1, you talked about it, Eugene, Oregon beat Cheyenne. That was a 3-2 ball game. Both of Cheyenne's runs came in the top of the first inning, and then were unable to really do anything after that. I believe they only had 2 or 3 base runners in the next 6 innings, so really couldn't do much after that. The Game 2 is where we kind of saw the only offensive game of the day, quote unquote. It was 8-5, but that doesn't really speak the entire story because until the bottom of the 5th inning, that was a 3-2 ball game. That was going to be just like all the others. Seemed like pitching was dominant. The last couple innings, that's where things kind of had the offensive onslaught start to take place. Game 3, we saw Washington and then this Missoula team in that 3-0 game. And then finally, Game 4, if you missed it, 1-0 victory for the Colorado team out of Fort Collins. And they defeated the host team, the Billings Scarlets. So pitching ruled the day yesterday. And now with a bigger field and honestly an infield that's dirt and grass is going to help out the pitching staff. It'll be interesting to see. You did say it. We have to figure out who these guys are going to pitch. You have to expect that yesterday was probably most of the aces we're going to see, but given they won their state, these teams are not just reliant on their aces to get through tournaments like this, and they know what they have to do. And now we see what happens in Day 2, and this will be Game 1. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll help you out with the starting lineups for each squad and bring you everything you need to know about these teams before we get set for the first game of Day number 2. It's elimination game number 1 when we come back, as you're watching here on MyLocalRadio.com, a presentation of the 2024 Northwest Regional, brought to you by Ready.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelo's has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelo's also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelo's is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelo's Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back here to the 2024 Northwest Regional in Billings, Montana. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling as you hear the starting lineups being addressed in the field right now. We'll get to them in just a moment, but kind of want to keep going through this game before we get you, as it looks as though it's going to be Wyoming as the away team in this one. Missoula, the state champions of Montana, will be in the field first. You see the helmets on the heads there for the Cheyenne Sixers. So kind of a lot to go through here. And this Cheyenne offense, Aaron, you know them well. You got to call the Wyoming State Championship. It's very obvious that the offense that we saw yesterday was not what they are used to for the entire season. They have been an offensive-heavy team all year.
Yeah, but you have to give credit to the pitcher that threw for Eugene, because he was terrific in that game. And, you know, this is the team that they're not really used to losing, and now they've lost 2 of their last 3 dating back to championship day, as they've just kind of run into a couple of really good pitching performances. And, you know, you have to find a way. As an offense, you can't just rely on, you know, they're really good, so we're just going to lose this game. You have to find a way, especially now in the elimination game. But this is a Cheyenne team that's been in elimination games here at the Northwest Regional last year. They didn't make it through without losing. They ended up having to win a game to get into the championship game with a loss. So, I mean, it's definitely something where they're comfortable. They've been a part of this, but they really got to get the bats going. And for this Missoula team, you know, you could say the same thing, obviously, the way their game went. But with, I don't want to say with less talented pitchers, because we don't know that, but with quote-unquote number 2s on the mound, you're not going to see as good of pitching performances. So the bats should wake up a little bit, but it's imperative for these 2 teams that they're able to do it.
Yeah, you talk about the offenses waking up. Missoula yesterday, 24 ABs combined in their starting lineup today. There's one guy, a new guy, Jace Bakari, who's starting today, did not take an AB yesterday. But in those 24 at-bats that we see in the starting lineup once again, the hits, 4.
Yeah.
Not exactly what you want from an offense that is here in the Northwest Regional.
No, and it's kind of, you know, you're getting to the point where the funnel effect is happening and all the talent is starting to really, you know, rise to the top, because this is the state champions from every state. And a lot of that is going to be pitching. The pitching has been fantastic, and maybe that's the theme this year. It seemed like last year there was a couple more offensive outputs than there is this year.
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing that we've seen is pitching is always going to overrule offense. If you talk about the way that we've seen this tournament go for the obviously first day, the pitching is top tier. Those were the aces. Now we see here is the secondary pitching going to do the same thing. We'll find out in a moment. Let's go radio silent, though, as we're going to give you out to the national anthem. And there you have it. The national anthem has been played, as it is now time to play ball here in Billings, Montana. I guess they're not going to do the creed. Huh? No more creed. All right, let's get you the starting lineup here for the visiting Cheyenne Sixers. It's the leadoff third baseman, Mason Tafoya, who we will see first here in the top of the first. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Landon McEnley, and then the center fielder, Nolan Horton, will bat in the 3 slot. The cleanup hitter today, Hayden Swain, the catcher, and Corey Williams, who will be on the mound, will bat 5th. The right fielder, Braden Pearson, will bat in the 6th slot. The left fielder, Ethan Reinsdorfer, will bat in the 7th hole. Cade Coates, the shortstop, will bat 8th. And rounding out the order in the 9th slot, Colin Chryselius, the second baseman. The defensive alignment here for the Missoula Mavericks go as followed. At first base, it's Easton Reimers. At second base, it's Colton Nicolarsson. And then at third base, it's Sam Matosic. The shortstop, Colin Boyce. And the outfield, from left to right, Christopher Compton, Carter Taylor, Jace Bakari. The battery, it's Rylan Davis catching for the pitcher today, Brennan Loeb. Loeb, the left-hander, on the mound as pitching off the dirt mound today rather than the turf. He toes the rubber from the far right side of it, as he'll face this very talented Sixers lineup here in the top of the first.
Yeah, it's interesting. Typically we see lefties, they work from the first base side of the rubber, just kind of give themselves a better angle and advantage against lefties, but I believe the Cheyenne lineup outside of Corey Williams, not a lot of left-handed hitters. In fact, there's only 2, and that's McAnally and Williams. So it's interesting to see how they attack this righty-heavy lineup. Obviously, at this age of baseball, it's not like professional ball where you have lefties coming in to face lefties all the time. It's more, you kind of just throw your best pitcher out there, and here's our best, here's your best. Let's see if we can win.
58 degrees, clouds throughout the skies, the sun peeking through as looks like it's going to be a little bit more sunny than yesterday. First pitch in there for strike 1 at 9:33. We're underway in day 2 of the 2024 Northwest Regional. Tafoya, the third baseman, steps in yesterday at 1AB as he smokes that one through the left side for a base hit. And already today has a hit. Did not get one yesterday, but he scored a run. He's on first base to start off this top of the first. And we mentioned that the Sixers yesterday scored 2 runs in the top of the first. Can they get the offense going early here once again?
Yeah, actually, yesterday, Mason Tafoya, kind of talking to people around the Sixers program, sounded like he broke a record for most hit by pitches. He's hit by 2 yesterday. So it's interesting to see how he gets on. Today he gets on with a hit.
Left on left here, a nice block in the dirt there by the catcher, Davis.
Yeah, it's a really good play there by Davis. After the leadoff single, the last thing you want to do is allow him to advance on the first pitch because it gets away.
Landon McAnally at the plate. Mason Tafoya now at first base after the single. Left on left here, the 1-0. Before that, pickoff attempt over at first base. Sixers today wearing the red jerseys, white pants, red socks with the white lining across it. White on the chest and on the numbers. With the 6 across on that little far left side. It's a base hit into right field down the line. Right fielder Bakari cuts it off, gets it in, but it's first and third with nobody out. Back-to-back singles to start off the day for the Sixers.
Yeah, the offense kind of similar how they started yesterday. Able to get a few on, get the runners across, but let's see how they respond here. They have an opportunity. You want to put multiple runs on the board with your first 2 runners on base. We'll see if McAnally stays at first. I imagine the Sixers might get him in motion to get him out of the double play.
Single for Tafoya, single for McAnally. It's Nolan Horton now the center fielder to step up. 0 for 3 in yesterday's contest, struck out once. And there, Cake, strike 1.
It's a nice breaking ball right there to start the at-bat. Tendency breaker just started both the first 2 at-bats with a fastball.
The 0-1. Fastball finds the zone 0-2. And for Loeb here, you really want to find the zone. And At this point early in the game, you'll trade a double play for a run here.
Absolutely. That's a great pitch to get it 0-2.
Pickoff attempt, and back in standing over there is McAnally.
And for McAnally over at first, it's, they might keep him still just because with the lefty, it's so much harder to steal that base. You have to make sure they're going home. So you get picked off, you put your team in a bad spot.
Goes over again. When we saw that yesterday, actually, from this Missoula Mavericks team, as Compton, who's the left fielder, picked off a guy at third base yesterday early in the game. It really kind of helped them out. Unfortunately, didn't get the win, though, obviously. Line drive through the left side. 3 straight singles to start off the day, and the Sixers have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, great piece of hitting right there from Horton. 2 strikes, chokes up, protects, finds one through the hole as the Sixers on top 1-0. Let's see if pitcher on the mound in Labe can kind of settle in as, 3 batters in, all 3 have reached. You want to try to get that first out, but you have to be very careful here. If you make a mistake to swing, you could be down 4-0.
He'll step off as on the high mound here, Hayden Swain steps in, the catcher. He launches it into left center field. That's going to send Compton back. He's not going to have it. It bounces up to the warning track and off the wall. That's going to score at least one. McAnally in, Horton behind him. It's 3-0 Cheyenne.
Yeah, he let the fastball middle of the zone, and Hayden Swain absolutely tattoos that ball into the gap. 3-0 already for the Sixers as, for as much as the bats weren't there yesterday, they've come this morning to hit.
It's a 2 RBI double for Hayden Swain, and it's 3-0 Cheyenne here, 4 batters into the game, which prompts a mound visit.
Yeah, he's got to settle in here. And you have to settle in, and you have to worry about just collecting the next 3 outs. Let the cards fall where they may, because Swain's at second. A couple of productive outs for the Sixers would score the run. But if you're on the mound, you want to get these next 3 outs and get out of this inning as quickly as possible.
Mound visit ends relatively quick. It was just a catcher, pitcher, and coach meeting, which you kind of see that sometimes when games start off a little rough, just to go out there and nobody else around, let's just talk.
Yeah, just take a deep breath, slow it down. I mean, we've had to labor through this first inning. Just allow your pitcher to catch his breath and reset, refocus.
3-0 your score. It's Corey Williams to step in. Corey is the pitcher today. He was 2 for 3 yesterday. Watches the ball up high on this pitch to make it 1-0 to start his first debut of day 2. Of course, if you're Williams, want to help yourself out and are already in the batter's box, you're the 5th hitter and you're feeling pretty confident about going back out there on the mound, having a 3-0 lead in the bottom of first. Swings over top of the breaking ball, 1-1.
He has a really good pitch there in a 1-0 count as Williams was sitting looking fastball. He got the off-speed pitch. He was out in front. It's good pitching there from Leb.
Check on the runner. Comes home. On the ground, right side, first baseman Reimers has it and runs over to first, beats him in the foot race for out number 1. Runner does move over to third.
Pretty good at bat there for Williams. Ultimately, you're never trying to just ground out to the first baseman, but with that runner on second base, you hit the ball to the right side on the ground. You get him over. Now you have an opportunity to drive in that 4th run with another productive out, and it shows you how important this run is as the Mavericks have their infield in early.
Braden Pearson will step in, the right fielder. Watches the first pitch in the dirt, and another nice block there by Davis.
Yeah, Davis full sprawl. Did an excellent job of making sure his shoulders got rolled forward and kept that ball right in front.
3-0 your score. Runner off third base, it's Swain. And a fastball from Lobas away for ball number 2.
You know, if you're Loeb, you don't want to get another runner on, but if he does happen to get on, you get that double play back in order. That could really help you out of the inning.
That's line into left field. Compton moving to his left, and he does not make the play. It's a base hit. Swain scores as he was going to tag out, by the way, but Compton had a little bit of an awkward angle at that one. Couldn't make the grab. It's the 4th single of the inning and the 4th run for Cheyenne.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting. Got a 2-0 fastball, turned on it. Probably didn't get all of that one, but sometimes it's crazy how the game of baseball works. You absolutely crush a ball. You hit it right at the shortstop. You get one off the end of the bat, and it somehow finds its way into the grass.
Ethan Reinsdorfer, the 7th batter of the inning, steps up and swings through the first pitch fastball for strike one. Braden Pearson credited with an RBI single at first now. 5 hits in the inning for Cheyenne, 4 runs. That's shot into left field down the line. It's fair. Goes all the way to the corner. Reinsdorfer at third. He rounds it. He's going home. He's going to be in without a throw.
Sixers continue the onslaught as that ball was drilled down the left field line. 5-0 already. Another runner in scoring position. As we talked about the Sixers offense, this is kind of similar to what happened to them last time they were shut down on the mound. Against Gillette in the state championship game in Wyoming, they got shut down pretty good game 1. Game 2, they came out. They put up 6 runs in the first inning. They have 5 here.
5 and another one waiting at second base with just 1 out as it's Cade Coates to step in after the RBI double by Ethan Reinsdorfer as he shot it into the left field corner. First pitch here. Coates watches it bounce. 1-0.
Yeah, great play behind the plate right there. Sliding to the left, knocking that one down. Hasn't been an easy inning behind the plate for the catcher, Davis. But he's back there working hard. That's why catchers are the heartbeat of the team.
They really do provide such a mental aspect and an emotional aspect. Right to the first baseman there. Reimers makes the grab on the line drive off Coates' bat for out number 2. 2 gone, and we'll have the 9th batter of the inning, Colin Crecilius.
That's a pretty good play there. A line drive the other way off the bat of Coates. We talked about earlier, sometimes you hit the ball hard, you hit it right at someone. Other times you hit it soft and it falls in. There's no justice there.
First pitch swings to the fastball for strike 1. 5 runs in, 9th batter of the inning, 2 outs and a runner still at second base here. So a chance for Cheyenne to get a 6th run across with a base hit. Looks the runner back to second. No throw though from Loeb.
Yeah, trying to keep him close. You don't want to get too far. A lot of times you throw a runner out at home plate. The pitcher has done a good job keeping him on.
Bounces up there again. 1 ball, 1 strike.
To throw someone out at home, you have to have everything go so perfectly that, you know, the runner can't get too good of a secondary. They can't have a good lead to begin with, and, you know, you have to make a perfect throw. So for the pitcher on the mound, you have to do your job and keep him close. He's got a pretty good lead out there at second.
Check on that runner. Fastball taken for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Loeb trying to get out of the inning here and limit the damage to just 5. Look at the runner. The pitch home. Over to the third baseman. It's off the glove. And staying at third base is going to be Ethan Reinsdorfer. He slipped there.
Yeah, I think he thought that ball was going to get a little further away from the third baseman than it did because it hit the glove and just went straight up. As they're going to record that as a hit.
Now we go back to the top of the order. Mason Tafoya already singled and scored this inning. Colin Crecilius over at first base. And the catcher, Davis, going out to relay some signs depending on what will happen here.
Let's see if Crecilius is off and running with 2 outs, first and third.
Stays put. And a breaking ball finds the inside part of the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 5 runs in the inning off 7 hits for Cheyenne. And runners at the corners here with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order. And that's hit high into left field, sending Compton back. He's not going to get there, and it's over the wall. It hits off the top of the wall, and now it's going to be running home. It's Crecilius. He is out. The relay throw coming from Boyce, the shortstop, as it's going to be an RBI double, but a runner thrown out at home sends us to the bottom of the first. 6-0 the score. Tafoya was inches from a home run and making this a huge 8-0 game. Instead, he gets 6-0 and does push-ups over there at first base to get the strength up. 8 hits, 6 runs. Missoula to respond in the bottom of the first. We come back here as this presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament is brought to you by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. We are ready.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
6 runs, 8 hits, an onslaught in the top of the first for the Cheyenne Sixers against the Missoula Mavericks, and now it's time for Missoula to respond. Let's get you the starting lineup for the Mavericks here. As leading off, it's the center fielder Carter Taylor. He'll be followed by the pitcher Brennan Loeb, and then the 3-hole, it's the third baseman Sam Matoshitz. The left fielder Christian Compton will bat in the cleanup spot and be followed in the 5-hole by Easton Reimers, the first baseman. Second baseman Colton Nico Larson will bat in the 6th slot. Cullen Boyce, the shortstop, will bat in the 7-hole. Jace Bakari, the new guy into the starting lineup. He plays right field and bats in the 8-hole. And Rylan Davis, the catcher, will round out the order. The defensive alignment for the Cheyenne Sixers go as follows. At first base, it's Landon McAnally. At second, Colin Chryselius. At third, Mason Tafoya. And the shortstop, Cade Coates. The outfield from left to right, Ethan Reinsdorf, Nolan Horton, and Braden Pearson. The pitcher on the mound, Corey Williams, catching him today is going to be Hayden Swain. First pitch for Corey. Fouled straight back into the netting for strike 1. Carter Taylor will be the first one to face him, as Missoula yesterday shut out by the team from Washington. Today down by 6, so need to get the offense going early. Line drive, and that's a good start as it's a looper single into left field for the first base hit of the game for the Mavericks on the first batter of the game for the Mavericks.
That's a good job there by Mavericks getting one on. You want to try to score in this inning. You're down 6. If you have any aspirations of really winning this game, you have to start here. You have to get at least 1 run, probably multiple runs here in the inning to, 1, get the not necessarily going to get the momentum on your side, but get a little momentum heading back into the field. And 2, just crawl back into this one.
Carter Taylor on first, his second hit of the tournament. And a first pitch strike taken by Brennan Loeb, the pitcher. He was 0 for 2 yesterday.
For Corey Williams on the mound, you've been staked to a 6-0 lead. Just attack the zone. You want to get out of this game as efficiently as possible.
Pitch outside, 1-1.
And, you know, pitching back-to-back days, he's probably done for the rest of the tournament. But if you can get out of this game with only you pitching, that saves another arm for another time, and it's a really big thing for your team going forward.
1-1 here. And that's hit high in the air to right field, sending Pearson back. He'll make the catch, though, as relatively easy play there for Pearson for out number 1. And it brings up Sam Matoshitz, with Carter Taylor still at first base.
And, you know, for Williams on the mound, he's been attacking the zone. He gave up the hit the first at-bat, which, you know, when you're attacking throwing strikes with a big lead, that will happen. There, he attacks zone a couple of times, gets the fly out. It's exactly what you want with a 6-0 lead.
Matoshitz, the third baseman, steps in with the runner at first base. First pitch swinging, a bouncer fouled on the third base line. Williams did pitch yesterday. Mentioned that. 1 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Did have a walk and a strikeout. Had a .286 batting average against him.
Yeah, those pitches from yesterday roll over in today's outing as well.
Looks home. Check on that runner. 0-1. Fastball stays high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Mavericks decide to put a man in motion. Not necessarily steal a base, maybe try a hit and run here. Try to create some chaos in the infield.
1 ball, 1 strike as Williams checks on the runner of the pitch home. Foul ticked right into the chest of the catcher, and he's going to have to walk that one off.
For as many times as Mason Tafoya gets hit by a pitch, seems like Hayden Swain gets hit by a foul ball just as many times.
Yeah, it's the life of a catcher. You are just beaten and bruised every single game.
You want to be a catcher? It's not a glamorous job, but it's a very thankful job, as you got to think that everyone on this team loves their catchers, regardless both sides.
Catchers, like you mentioned, they're the pride of the team in a lot of ways. 1-2. Fly ball, center field. Horton goes to his left. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 2. After the leadoff single, a couple of flyouts has us with 2 outs, and the 4-slot Christian Compton stepping up.
You know, for Missoula, they're having a couple of decent swings here. Just missed a couple of fly balls. You get a little bit more. You hit the ball a little more level a couple of those pitches, and maybe they're line drives that find the grass. So good swings to start. You just have to build off that, though.
Compton, the left fielder. First pitch swing, fouls it off to the right side. Compton yesterday was the starting pitcher on the mound that really did an impressive job holding the Washington team to just 3 runs. 0 for 3 at the plate, though. Here comes the no ball, 1 strike pitch. And it's to the third baseman, Tafoya. Goes across the diamond and off the tip of the glove of McAnally.
That's going to go out of play.
And there you go. That'll advance the runners to second and third, as it's off the tip of the glove of McAnally there, and then it went out of play like you mentioned. Call it, I guess, would that be an E3 or E5?
It'll be interesting to see who they give the error to. The official score is a couple boxes down. We'll find out in between innings. As you can see, Eric Copperman pretty animated over there. He's going to have to call an error on someone there. Opportunity here for the Mavericks. You push 2 across here. You get yourself an opportunity to, get back within 4. 4 runs, that's striking distance. You get a couple runners on, suddenly the tying run moves the on-deck circle.
Here comes Easton Reimers after the error has runners at second and third. 2 outs, though, for Cheyenne. And a nice block by Swain at the plate.
Interesting spot here for Williams. You had yourself out of the inning, just kind of got away. You got to bear down and try to pick your teammates up.
1-0 after the deep breath from Williams. Swings through that one for strike number 1.
It's a good pitch on the inner third right there. It's bearing in on the knuckles of Reimers.
6-0 the score here in the bottom of the first. Missoula trying to respond with a couple of runs of their own. Runners at second and third. Williams checks the runner at third. Comes home. Off the hands, a slow roll to the Coates. The shortstop, bare hands, fires in time. Williams works around the 2-out error and strands runners at second and third. 6-0 heading to the second. We'll see if Cheyenne has some more runs left in the tank when we come back. This presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament is brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Support Services. Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. We'll be right back here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
At Uintah County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Second inning, 6-0 your score as Landon McAnally will step up here to start off the inning for Cheyenne.
Yeah, that bottom of the first ended on a great play defensively for the Mavericks.
Yeah, it was the shortstop, Cade Coates. Barehanded a ball in the infield grass and threw it over to the guy at the plate, McAnally.
Well, now that you mention him, both half innings ended with a great defensive play.
Yeah, he had the ball that was thrown out the runner at home to end the top of the first.
That's a good job there. Of, you see a ball go off the wall as the outfielder and the relay man. You don't panic and just continue to play and make a great play to save your team a run.
3 balls and no strikes here at the plate to Landon McAnally.
But who knows how that inning goes if they're unable to make that relay play, just because it would be another batter.
Inside pitch, a 4-pitch walk starts off the bottom, or rather top of the second inning.
And obviously you can't say that because he walked here in the second inning. He would have walked in the first if that play is not made. But
no, the what-if game is hard in baseball, but it's really tough. I understand it because, you're up by 5. You want to try and then I guess you were up by 6. You try and send the runner and go with it, but it's tough whenever you have a runner thrown out at home.
As we need a pitching change.
That's going to be the end of the day for Brennan Loeb. He goes 1+, allowing 8 hits, 6 runs, and he is in charge, or responsible rather, for that runner at first base. We'll have a new pitcher. It's Cole Trigulio. When we come back, we'll give you the latest. You're watching here the 2024 Northwest Regional presented by Ready here on MyLocalRadio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location, or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uintah Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-99.
Cole Truglio, your new pitcher on the mound for the Missoula Mavericks. As it's going to be Nolan Horton. First batter to see him. He bounces it up the middle. Could be a double play. Bryce at second. Steps on the bag. Throws to first in time. 1 pitch, 2 outs for Truglio as he comes in and immediately starts off on a good note for the Mavericks.
Yeah, it's a big play for the Mavericks. You allow that leadoff walk and you start to think out in the field, oh boy, here we go again. Great job coming in. You get that double play. Now suddenly you're 1 out away from getting back to the bat and trying to build some momentum back your way.
6-3 double play. Hayden Swain, who doubled in 2 runs last time up, watches a first pitch fastball strike.
You want to try to pitch Swain at the bottom of the zone. He's already shown that he has the ability to crush the ball.
Way up high as it bounces through the legs of the umpire. And Truglio just kind of has a little smirk on his face after that pitch.
Last couple of years, Hayden Swain has led the Wyoming AA state tournament in home runs. He has plenty of power to be able to clear the fence on the left side.
That's low, 2-1. Did have that RBI double, 2 RBI double in the top of the first in the left center field gap. Truglio has a fastball in there for strike number 2.
It's a really good pitch right there. Fastball, top corner of the zone, outside corner. It's a pitch that if you're going to do damage with, you have to go the other way. Makes it a lot harder on the batter.
Popped in the air, sky high, shallow center field. Taylor comes in and makes the grab. And it ends up being 3 up, 3 down for Missoula through the pitching chains. Truglio gets the double play and a pop out. Go to the bottom of the second inning, 6-0 Cheyenne. When we come back, this is the presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament, brought to you by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. We are ready. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second here on MyLocalRadio.com.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your #1 fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Welcome back here to the 2024 Northwest Regional. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling here in the bottom of the second inning. Cheyenne on top of Missoula here, as it's going to be Williams back out on the mound to face 6, 7, and 8. Starting off with Colton Nico Larson, the second baseman.
Mavericks had an opportunity in that first inning to crawl back into this one a little bit. They got to continue to get runners on and try to get themselves into this game.
First pitch to Coulter is inside. 1-0.
6 runs is not impossible to come back from, but you don't want to leave it all for the latter innings. You want to start to crawl back into this one right now.
There's strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Nico Larson. Coulter yesterday, 2 for 3. Only guy in the lineup with 2 hits. Watches the fastball up for a 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Pretty good take. Fastball top of the zone. That's one of the tougher pitches to lay off of. The closer it is to your eyes, the better it looks, but it's so hard to get your hands on top.
Strike 2, 2-2. Fastball there from Williams. From the windup here, Corey looks in. The 2-2. Goes across for strike 3. It's the first strikeout of the day for Corey Williams.
It's a nice pitch right there. The outside part of the plate kind of froze him. Tried to pull the trigger, wasn't able to go all the way through.
Colin Boyce, the shortstop, will now step up. First pitch swinging, first pitch launching. Deep left field. Goodbye. Woo. Colin Boyce gets the offense for Missoula pumping with a big shot. 6-1.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely hammered. As that didn't just clear the fence, that looked like that might have landed out in the parking lot as it looks like he left the stadium. Second home run given up by Williams here in this tournament as he gave up the solo home run yesterday to tie the game. And he pitched pretty well after that. He's got to respond here for his team. If you're Bikery at the plate, you want to keep this going.
Jace Bakari now steps up. Guy who didn't see the field yesterday making a start here. Batting from the left side, watches ball one. From the windup again here, 1-0. Swing and a miss from Bakari.
And you know, for both teams, it's a possible powder keg here for the offense, for the Mavericks, for the Sixers. You want to kind of stuff out the flame right here.
Outside, 2-1.
As you give up the solo home run. Home runs are not a big deal when you give them up with nobody on base. It's just one run where you want to bounce back if you're on the mound for Williams and get going again.
2-1 pitch, lifted foul left side out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 run off the homer from Colin Boyce. As Missoula trying to fight back in this one, down by 5. The 2-2 here. Chopper right side, second baseman. Slips momentarily, gets it to McAnally for out number 2 as Chryselius there had to go a pretty long ways to his left, but he ends up making the play.
Yeah, Morning Dew still on the grass a little bit as Chryselius fields it, does a good job keeping his balance and making sure he doesn't lose the ball as he's going down as he uses his hands to keep himself on his feet. Great play there.
6-1 the score of the pitch. Popped up, foul out of play on the first base side. Rylan Davis, the catcher, the 9 slot today for Missoula at the plate, seeing Williams for the first time here in the bottom of the second. Swings through the breaking ball in the dirt. 0-2, and a lot in the bag here for Williams that he can throw.
Yeah, you're ahead 0-2. Batter's kind of at the pitcher's mercy. You don't have to throw a strike to get him out right here. Kind of want to entice him with a pitch.
The 0-2 pitch coming. In the dirt. Davis holds up the swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a pretty good 0-2 pitch right there. Started about at the knees. Breaks out of the zone. Davis ended up check swinging, but you entice the swing. Batters didn't go through. That's a really good 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. From the windup here, Williams comes home. Outside, 2-2 now.
Yeah, Swain right there, the catcher, was set up off the plate outside. Williams hit his target, but unfortunately the glove was off the plate.
2-2. Fly ball into left center field. Horton moves over the center fielder. Has it bounce off his glove as he dropped it. Missoula was about ready to run on the field. Cheyenne was headed back to the dugout, and Horton can't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, just kind of went for a Sunday stroll right there and didn't look it in.
And now we go back to the top of the order, Carter Taylor. I mean, I tell you, half Cheyenne was basically past the first base line. Missoula had their entire team about ready to run out the dugout. And now reset. Fastball taken for a strike by Carter Taylor.
And, you know, kind of the saving grace for the Sixers that Davis wasn't able to get to second base. That ball was in the air for quite a while. I don't know if he didn't want to risk it. Obviously, if you can get on with 2 outs, you take it any way you can.
A 1 pitch here. Fouled off. 0-2 here. Williams getting some extra pitches in that he would rather not have.
And with the entire defense of the Sixers, there was nobody at second base. I think it all kind of just caught everyone by surprise.
Well, and Horton's such a sure center fielder 99% of the time. You don't really expect to see that. 0-2. Runner taking off, and he slides into second as a ball outside. everybody kind of paused. And it's going to be a ball, so 1-2 and a stolen bag for Ryland Davis.
That was a delayed steal almost.
Yeah, he just waited and waited and waited until he took off.
Sets up base running, though. Now you're in scoring position. The singles can sneak through. Suddenly you have a run on the board again.
1-2. Line drive into right field. Pearson makes the sure-handed grab this time. And there is out number 3. Ends up not costing them too much, but a little extra pitches for Williams. The big fly for Colin Boyce gets Missoula on the board at 6-1 as we head into the Uinta I-Envision third inning. As you're watching the Northwest Regional here on mylocalradio.com, presented by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services. Since 1982, we are ready.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Corey Williams will lead off the top of the third inning for Cheyenne here, as back out in the field is Missoula. And the new pitcher who we had saw last inning come in and get the last 3 outs, Triguglio.
He did a terrific job in that last inning. Just attacking the zone, got the double play, was able to get out of the inning.
5, 6, 7 here. 2 balls, no strikes to Corey Williams. Williams was a ground out victim back in the top of the first. Triguglio has that pitch flied into right center field. Shallow coming on as Bakari. It's the center fielder Taylor, though, who takes charge for out number 1.
That's a great play right there as that wind is swirling, and it kind of blew that ball away from the center fielder in Taylor as he was able to track that one down, just maybe about 10 steps into the outfield grass. Great play.
Braden Pearson will step up, had an RBI single in the first. Came around to score as well. Up high, strike 1 for the fastball. Fastball again up high this time, 1-1. And that's up high, 2-1.
I'd like to take a moment to thank Uinta I-Envision. As it's the Uinta I-Envision third inning, where our vision is to improve yours.
The 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3 balls and 1 strike now to Braden Pearson.
And he's teetering on the top of the zone there with 3 straight fastballs at the top of the zone. Pearson showing the ability to lay off that pitch. Got himself in a nice 3-1 count.
Triguglio here on the mound, the 3-1. Bounced up there, ball 4, racing towards first is going to be Pearson, just in case that ball got away from the catcher.
They could hustle down the line. If you can steal your team 90 feet, it's always a good thing there is Pearson. That ball kind of bounced right back to the catcher, so I don't know if there was a chance he was going to be able to get down to second base, but you'll love to see him hustling out of the box just in case maybe the catcher slips or something. Give yourself an opportunity.
Ethan Reinsdorfer steps up. First pitch fastball for a strike. He missed a home run by mere inches in the top of the first, having it bounce off the top of the padding in the left field. Ended up with an RBI double, came around to score on the double from Mason Tafoya. chops it hard, left side foul. 0-2. To Reinsdorfer before that, the pickoff.
You know, 5-run game. Especially the righty on the mound. The Sixers might try to swipe a base here, and either this at bat or the next one.
0-2. Fly ball high in there. It's a pop-up. Home run in a silo, and out here. Reinsdorfer set down on the pop-up, and there's 2 gone for Cade Coates.
Now batting for the Sixers, number 9, Cade Coates.
You know, if you can get out of this inning without the run.
Coates lined out here in the first to the first baseman. Pickoff attempt off the glove of the first baseman, Reimers. Truglio here looking for a quick inning in the top of the third. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw down. That's going to go offline toward the second baseman, Nico Larson. And it's a stolen bag there for Braden Pearson.
An opportunity here for Coates.
Cade Coates with the 0-1 now, as that was a hit and run, it looked like. Now a base hit would score that runner from second. Get that 6-run lead back. And the pitch home. Just missed. 1-1.
For the Mavericks, you can get out of this inning, stranding that runner at second, get back to the plate. You've scored the last run in the game. You give yourself a chance to try to get back within 4.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch home. On the ground, left side. Boyce to his left. Cabs throws. Stretch at first in time. Reimers with a good play over there at first after the throw from Boyce. And the inning is complete, at least in the top half of the Uinta I Envision third inning, as we go to the bottom of the third. And it looks like they're going to have a little bit of discussion here. Want to make sure that was an out. Let's wait here just to get confirmation, as both runners still staying out there for the Sixers at the moment. Just a quick discussion over here on the first base line.
Throw beat him. I wonder if it was.
Seeing if he was off the bag.
Yeah. I think the Sixers are just going to concede.
They're going to be content with it. We go to the bottom of the Uinta I Envision third inning when we come back. You're watching the 2024 Northwest Regional here on mylocalradio.com, brought to you by Ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Welcome back here, bottom of the Uinta I Envision third inning, 6-1 your score, as it's going to be the pitcher, Colt Truglio, to step up in his first plate appearance as he replaced Brennan Loeb. And he swings to the first pitch in the dirt. Corey Williams back out on the mound. He'll be facing 2-3-4 here, as following Truglio is be Matosic and Compton. Launches there, ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 6-1. The score, Cheyenne on top of Missoula in this elimination game. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Williams to Truglio. Loeb, the original pitcher, flew out in his only opportunity. Truglio here strikes out in his first AB. The big backward K there for Williams, his 2nd strikeout of the day.
It's a great pitch right there from Corey Williams on the inner 3rd, especially after living on the outside part of the plate for the majority of that at-bat. Move that ball east to west across the zone, especially coming back inside. You could really freeze a hitter.
Sam Matosic steps in after flying out in the 1st. Long look in from Williams, and now from the windup, the first pitch to him. Just misses the zone a little low and maybe a tad outside as well, 1-0.
Good take from Matosic. Even first pitch, it's not a whole lot of damage you can do with that pitch. It's only about a ball's length off the plate.
The 1-0. Pops straight up. On the infield, left side, and it's Tafoya who takes charge, calls everybody off, and makes the grab for out number 2. Quickly, 2 gone in the bottom of the Uinta I Envision 3rd inning.
It's a good job here by Corey Williams. Since that home run, he's bounced back pretty nicely. Executed some pitches. There's a runner on last inning, but he has executed very well since the home run. And that's one thing that's always curious to see after a pitcher gives up a home run. Does it rattle his confidence, or is he able to bounce back?
First pitch swinging, fly ball into center field. Horton trying to make the sure-handed grab, and he does. 3 up, 3 down, a very quick bottom of the 3rd inning for Corey Williams, just what the doctor ordered for his pitch count. We go to the 4th. This has been the Uinta I Envision 3rd inning, where our vision is to improve yours. And we'll be right back here from Billings, Montana on my local radio on the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional, brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Support Services.
At Black's Fork Dental, we're not just a dental office, we're a family. We believe in inspiring lasting smiles, and that means welcoming patients of all ages. From the littlest smiles to the wisest grins, our team is here to provide gentle and caring dental care for your entire family. Our warm and friendly atmosphere will make you and your kids feel right at home, ensuring every visit is a positive one. At our office, we use the latest technology to provide top-notch care for your family's dental needs, from x-rays to crowns, clear correct to implants, or even dentures. Black's Fork Dental, where advanced technology meets compassionate care. Join our dental family today by scheduling at blacksforkdental.com.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
Colin Chryselius leads off here in the top of the 4th inning and takes a strike from the pitcher, Truglio. Cole Truglio working in now his 3rd inning of work. And a foul ball over the top of our heads. 0-2 here at the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling in the top of the 4th inning here. 6-1 the score as Cheyenne leading Missoula. Up high, ball number 1. Cheyenne, the victors of the Wyoming State Championship. Missoula, the Montana State champions. 2 Montana teams here as Billings the host team, getting the automatic bid to this tournament. 1-2, outside. 9-1-2 here. Colin Chryselius, Mason Tafoya, Landon McAnally.
Truglio's done a good job really coming in and settling things down.
Line drive into left field. Compton goes back and reaches up his left hand for out number 1. Chryselius put a good charge into the ball, but not enough, and it's out number 1.
And he's done a terrific job just posting zeros on the board. After that rough first inning for the Mavericks, all you can really do is just post zeros and try to get the offense going to get back into this one. As you make that deficit any bigger, that comeback becomes just that much harder.
First pitch up high to Mason Tafoya. He is 2 for 2 on the day, a double and a single. And do want to correct something. Tafoya was the one who had that ball off the top of the padding. So he was the one that was mere inches from a home run. And he's down, or rather up, 2-0 in the count here.
That ball 3 feet away from being a home run, that's the difference between it being, possibly 8-1 now and that runner getting thrown out at third and it being 6-1 instead. So it's kind of a big play in the game that ball didn't carry out.
2-0. Flying into foul territory, right side out of play.
And it becomes a bigger play if the Mavericks are able to come back into this one. If not, it'll just be a footnote. And that Mason Tafoya did some push-ups over by first.
There's a strike, 2-2. Tafoya asks where that was in the zone. Was that the edge? And that's a lot of normal questions that's asked by the batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out from Truglio. Inside, 3-2.
And there's a certain way to communicate with an umpire. If you don't like a strike call, I think the best way to communicate that is just ask how much further is the zone. And umps will generally tell you they don't want to call you out looking.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Right side foul down the third base line.
For the most part, the gentlemen in blue don't really want to have to put their stamp on a game. And you got to call strikes. So for them, if the batter's willing to swing at pitches close to the zone, it makes their life a lot easier.
3-2. Chopped foul once again. Mason Tafoya putting together a nice AB here.
As much fun as it might be to throw up one of those, strikeout looking signs, and then the quick punch. That might be fun, but the umpires, I think, would much rather see the batter swing.
8th pitch of the AB. The full count. Again, we'll go to 9 pitches as that's into the stands, and a couple of fans over there duck out of the way as they were looking for the previous 2 foul balls hit over there.
Mason Tafoya is seeing the ball pretty well today as he stung the ball twice in fair territory and a couple of really hard foul balls.
This time flies it into foul territory, third base side, and it bounces into the dugout, and we'll do it again, 3-2.
Hey, good job by the Mavericks over there and a player on the bench. That was number 3, Patrick Davis, was over there letting his catcher know how much room he had to the fence. And when he realized the ball was going to be over his head in the dugout, so there was no chance at the play. He put his hands up to allow his catcher to know, hey, stop. And also it helps catch him if he does go to the fence.
3-2 once again. Strike 3 called. Tafoya struck out looking after a nice AB. That was the 10th pitch, but it ends with a K.
It's a great job there by Truglio, just battling and grinding out that at-bat. A couple of hard-hit foul balls, didn't get afraid of finding the zone. Then he dots one on the outside corner for strike 3.
Out number 2 of the inning, Landon McAnally watches ball 1. McAnally today, 1 for 1 with a single in the first, came around to score. Walked in the second inning, was cut down on the double play. Fouls it off here, 1-1.
Now, truly all he's done since come in is just put up zeros. He got the double play to start the outing, which has been a good omen so far.
1-1. Swings through that pitch, 1-2.
If he can get this out here, he'd put up 3 straight innings with zeros. And he's done a terrific job on the mound.
Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside there, 3-2.
Pretty good job here by McAnally as after he fell behind, he's battled all the way back to 3-2.
McAnally swings line to the shortstop on a hop. He'll grab and throw to first in time for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning as Boyce, the shortstop, gets it to Rimmers at first in time. Bottom of the 4th coming your way, 6-1 still the score. Cheyenne on top here in the ready presentation of the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional on MyLocalRadio.com, a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
When you want all the amenities, a wonderful restaurant, and clean, comfortable rooms in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Whether you're in town for high school sports, on a business trip, or traveling with the whole family, book your stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. It's a 5-star experience from the time you check in until you say goodbye till next time. The Best Western Dunmar Inn, supporting students and families in all their activities. Make your reservations today.
Bottom of the fourth, 6-1, Cheyenne on top of Missoula. And it's the Mavericks back with the bats, trying to get something going against Corey Williams. And kind of mentioned it, but there's that 6th run, top of the first inning. Since then, Missoula has put zeros on the board and scored a run of their own. So a nice bounce back after that top of the first. But problem is, because it was 6 runs, you need a little bit bigger of a bounce back.
Yeah, no, credit Coach Ruglio. He's done a good job putting zeros on the board to give this offense even a chance to come back in the game. You know, if he came in and allowed 1 run in a couple of the innings, you look at an 8-1 game trying to score 7 from the 4th inning on. That's a tough task. Where 5, it's definitely possible. You just have to get going. You don't want to leave it all for the late innings.
6-1 the score. First pitch swing on the ground to the third baseman, Tafoya. Muffs it momentarily, and it's off the glove of the first baseman, McAnally, the second time that we've had that happen. And another error charged to what I would think be the third baseman, Tafoya.
Yeah, Tafoya did a pretty good job of not panicking after he bobbled it the first time, but the throw just got away, and something uncharacteristic of the Sixers team. 3 errors now in the game.
Coulter Nicolarsson steps up, struck out in the second. Bottom of the 4th inning here. Missoula trying to get some runs on the board. Line drive, past the diving Tafoya, down the third base line. Stopping at second is Reimers, and first and second with nobody out for Missoula, as they're smelling blood, trying to get this inning going and get back into this one a little closer, down by 5.
Well, now you have an opportunity here with Boyce at the plate. If you can get the sacrifice bunt down, you give yourself 2 opportunities to score 2 runs. If you're able to get both those runs across, suddenly 3-run game, whole entire different ball game.
Tafoya right on the grass over that third base. We'll see if the bunt is on for Colin Boyce. Thing is, he had a home run last time up, so we'll see if they let the bunt go for him. They don't. He watches. Ball 1.
Yeah, typically when you hit home runs,
they're not going to tell you to bunt the next time.
Because if you hit a home run, it's definitely worth more than the sac bunt.
You hit a home run, it's immediately a 2-run game.
Absolutely. But also hard to rely on the home run every time.
Correct. Not saying that's going to happen,
but he's earned the opportunity here to swing away.
1-0. On the ground, down the third baseline, foul.
You know, I like that. Sometimes for a coach, this might be an automatic spot where you sacrifice bunt, try to give yourself an opportunity to try to score 3 runs with your final 9 outs. But the kid has earned it with a big fly that kind of is the only offense you really have so far.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. No outs in the inning. Runners at first and second. Strike number 2 called outside park.
But for the Mavericks, though, with the first 2 runners on, you need to get a run across here.
1-2. Pitch for Corey Williams here with nobody out in the inning. Foul ticked. A nice job at the plate by Boyce to stay alive.
That was a good pitch there. Looked like it was bearing in on the hands of Boyce. Able to just get a piece of it.
Colin Boyce, the shortstop in the 7-hole with a 1-2 count once again coming home. at the runner. Now comes home. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Corey Williams, and it's out number 1 of the inning.
It's a great job there by Williams getting that out, not allowing the runners to advance. Don't look now, but you're a ground ball away from getting out of this inning.
Jace Bakari, the right fielder, steps up. He grounded out his last time to the second baseman. I'm sure Corey Williams would take that again. Potential for a double play. Get out of this inning right now. Williams. Check on that runner. First pitch to Bakari. Right side foul down the first base line.
So big opportunity for the Mavericks to have a big inning here. 1 out. A runner in scoring position already. You have to imagine on a hit that the Sixers probably aren't going to try to throw home. Hit to the outfield is probably going to score that run. Try to keep the runners from advancing. So if you can find a way to get a hit and continue to move the baton, you might be able to get yourself back into this one.
Jace Bakari steps back into the box. The 0-1 pitch from Williams coming home with the runners at first and second, and he is going to wait on it as he looks that runner back to second. No throw, though.
Yeah, that was interesting. Williams kind of kicked his leg in a different way than he really has all game from the stretch. And as a runner, when you see something different from the pitcher, it kind of sets the antennas off.
Bakari watches a ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And especially when you throw from the majority of the slide step, you kick that leg, and it kind of alerts the runner that you're probably going back to them.
Looks the runner at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just slow, 2-1.
Yeah, the key to a good inside move on the mound is you have to have your leg kick look very similar to what it would be if you're going at the plate, just to, you know, if that runner is going to try to get that extra secondary to get him on the inside move, it has to be very similar.
2 balls, 1 strike with the runners off first and second. Williams will come home with the pitch. Outside, 3-1. The intensity grows here as, yes, you're up by 5, but you want to keep it that way.
Yeah, if you walk this runner, the tie run moves to the on-deck circle.
The 3-1 pitch coming home. Fouled off by Bakari. Jace grounded out again back in the second inning. Getting the start today after not playing in the game yesterday against Washington.
The chance here, if you can get a hit, really rectifies the choice of inserting him in the lineup today.
A 3-2 from Williams. On the ground, a nubber goes foul. Just down that first base line.
It's a great job to stay alive as that pitch was very close to the zone, and runners in scoring position, you want to get rung up on a pitch that's close, taking no chances. It's a good job there by the Cards to get rid of that pitch.
Williams, who pitched yesterday, still on the mound here in the bottom of the 4th. Has that 5-run lead. A 3-2 count here with runners at first and second once again. On the ground, it's a slow roller, probably a chance for one. They're going to try to, and it goes away from the first baseman, McAnally, which allows the run to score. You get the runner at second base, and Nico Larson for the second out, but the throwaway gets the second run of the game in for Missoula.
Yeah, it's now 4 errors against the Sixers. You know, hadn't cost them up to that point. This time it will, as it'll allow that run to score on the throw.
And talk about costing runs. Easton Reimers, the runner who just scored, also reached on an error. Inside pitch, the 9-slot Ryland Davis, 1-0.
And you know, with those errors, that's 4 extra at-bats that you had to face. I mean, you're probably not throwing them out on the double play, so you'd have to face this batter anyways. But it's 3 extra at-bats that Williams had to throw with pitches, and when you're very limited on a pitch count, it makes it much harder.
Line drive into center field. Horton moves over to his left. He will make the play as his hat comes off, but his right fielder Pearson will pick it up for him, and out number 3 is recorded. 1 run does come across to score as Montana Missoula still clawing back in this game. They get it to just a 4-run deficit heading into the back half of this game. The 5th inning to come. This presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament is brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Support Services. Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. We'll be right back here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Fifth inning we go, 6-2 the score. Cheyenne on top of Missoula. This is an elimination game between these two opponents as fighting for their spot to stay alive here in the 2024 Northwest American Legion Regional.
As game's starting to get towards the final 9 outs for both teams. For the Sixers, you want to tack on, regain that 5-run lead. For Truglio, you want to continue to post zeros.
First pitch is a strike to Nolan Horton. He is up for the 3rd time today here in the 5th.
Truglio's done a good job in this matchup of coming in, settling the things down.
0-1. Flied into right field, shallow. Nico Larson, the second baseman, will make the catch as he calls off the first baseman, Reimers.
Yeah, it's a nice play, and that's the second baseman's ball because that's an easier angle for the second baseman. It's a longer run, but with the way that ball's coming down, the first baseman has to turn his back to the infield and try to find that ball where the second baseman can track it the entire way and take an angle to that one.
Hayden Swain steps in, doubled in 2 runs in the first, a part of that 6-run inning. He has that one slowly on the ground of the first baseman. Matosic, he throws across his body in time to first for out number 2, and quickly 2 up, 2 down for Cole Truglio. 5-3 on the ground out. 2 outs in the inning, and it brings up Corey Williams, the pitcher, trying to help himself out. Today he is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out.
I was just about to mention that this next batter, you want to take a couple of pitches to give your pitcher a break on the mound. Fortunately for the Sixers, Corey Williams is the pitcher on the mound.
He probably knows that. He's like, wait a minute, I don't want to go back out there already. There's a strike, and interesting enough, he's got that armband and the leg band not fully wrapped up because he wasn't ready to be out there because of how quick the first 2 outs have gone. He took the first strike with his armband kind of popping off. Swings at the second one, 0-2, and maybe that armband just isn't tight enough or it has the Velcro stripped off because it's popped off the right arm again right now.
He just wants the tassels like the Ultimate Warrior.
0-2 here coming. Strike 3 called. Truglio works a quick top of the 5th, going 1-2-3 with a pop out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Bottom 5 coming your way, and Missoula trying to come back in this one, down by 4 here in the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. Brought to you by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. We are ready. Bottom of the 6th coming your way. It's going to be the top of the order for the Missoula Mavericks. Carter Taylor, Cole Truglio, and Sam Matosic when we come back here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
New pitcher on the mound for the Cheyenne Sixers, as it's going to be Andrew Thompson, the right-hander, to take over for Corey Williams. Lots of defensive replacements as well to get to here, but the new pitcher, right-hander Thompson, will take over here in the bottom of the fifth inning in a 6-2 ball game against this Missoula Mavericks team trying to keep their season alive. Let's get to the defensive alignment now, kind of reiterating all the defensive changes. So Williams, who was the pitcher, will stay in the game. He'll go play in right field as the original right fielder Pearson goes to left. Reinsdorfer, who was the left fielder, goes to first, and McAnally, who was at first, goes to second. Crecelius is out, so Thompson will take that spot in the order. Breaking ball as it drops 12-6, but it was a little too high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Thompson pitched yesterday, ended up taking the loss in the game as he allowed 1 run.
1-0. Fouled straight back into the netting.
Yeah,
1-1.
Kind of a tough luck run against him, too, as he made a really good pitch. The ball was hit with so much topspin that it hit right in front of the plate and just kind of bounced over the first baseman's head like it was a bloop single.
Carter Taylor at the plate, 1 for 2 on the day, the 1-1 pitch. That's a hit into right field, probably going to be in foul territory, moving over and making the sliding catch into the wall. That's the pitcher, Williams, who slid into the wall, and now he is hurt out there in right field. Tough time there. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and hopefully have Williams still in right field. We'll be right back here in the 2024 American Region Northwest Regional.
Growing up is all about having your independence, and Y-High is here to help you gain real financial freedom with a Y-High Independence Account. With an emphasis on education, growth, and experience, the Y-High Independence Account prepares you to handle your own finances, so you're ready for what life throws your way. We're talking no parent or legal guardian required on your account, no risk of collections or negative reporting, and no overdraft fees. Find your independence with a Y-High Independence Account today.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Welcome back here to the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional, as still down in right field is what was the pitcher, Corey Williams. And, you know, the ball finds you when you change positions in the field. And Williams made a fantastic play over there on the foul territory on the right field side, but in his efforts slid into the wall and now is going to be unfortunately have to help off the field.
Yeah, these walls around the barrier of the field are concrete as Corey Williams went full speed into concrete. Catcher Hayden Swain. We talk about catchers being the heartbeat of the team. He's out there carrying his teammate off, and it's unfortunate for Williams as that was an incredible play that he made. It's just unfortunate he had to sacrifice the body to make that play.
And from what it looks like in defensive changes, Jackson Garrett will go play at first base as Ethan Reinsdorf will go back out to the outfield.
Yeah, hats off to Corey Williams, though, man. That's the type of kid you want on your team. You know, just off the mound, willing to, you know, the saying, run through a brick wall. It's not quite brick, it's concrete, which might be worse, to make a play for his teammates. And right there, he just did that. And hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, it's always tough to see, especially after the way he pitched.
Yeah. A couple of teammates are going to help him into the dugout oh, man.
So defensively, Pearson's going to go back to right. Reinsdorfer is going to go back to left field. And Williams obviously done, and then it's going to be Jackson Garrett at first base now. As Williams gets back into the dugout.
Man, still a heck of a play, though.
Yeah, an incredible play. It's just the effort is not to be unnoticed. It's just really tough to slide into a wall over there.
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
Going to get an extra couple practice pitches here, warm-up pitches for the pitcher Andrew Thompson, who had just come in and watched his right fielder and his predecessor on the mound make a fantastic play. Cole Truglio will step up in his second plate appearance of the day. Struck out looking back in the third as he'll face Thompson. Once again, Pearson back in right, Reinsdorfer in left, and the new first baseman Jackson Garrett as he'll take over on the spot of Corey Williams in the lineup. First pitch swinging into the netting. It's going to be 0-1.
Now for the Sixers, it's going to be really hard. You just watched a teammate, one of your friends, one of your brothers just run into a wall. You got to refocus and still try to finish the job. It's not an easy task.
0-1. Fouled back into the netting and off the pole for strike number 2. There's a couple of ways, obviously it's tough to watch him go over there, but you also got to be fired up by the effort.
Oh, for sure.
Seeing him go out there and put his body on the line for that was just, it's a tip to how much this matters to every player. 0-2. Fouled off again, right side out of play. Bottom of the 5th inning here, 6-2 the score.
Yeah, trainer's going across. So they're going to give Williams more attention. That's a great job by Truglio to foul that pitch off.
On the ground, snagged by the pitcher Thompson. He'll walk it over to first before tossing it to Garrett for out number 2. A nice snare there by the pitcher Thompson.
We talked about yesterday. It went against the Sixers, a pitcher fielding their position right there. Good job by Thompson, getting himself in good position after the pitch, being able to make that play.
2 outs here in the inning. Sam Matosic up at the plate to fly out and a pop out. Deep breath from Thompson, the pitch. Breaking ball lifted into center field. Horton racing forward and makes the catch for out number 3. Williams puts his body on the line for out number 1, and Thompson gets the rest in order. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 5th. We're down to the final 2 innings here as Cheyenne leading this one 6-2. We'll be right back here on this presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional, brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Sports Services. Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garters Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse of what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Back here in Billings, Montana, it's the 6th inning underway here in the 2024 Northwest American Regional. Game 1 of day 2. It's an elimination game between the Cheyenne Sixers and the Missoula Mavericks. And a first pitch there to Braden Pearson is down low for ball number 1. Pearson, the right fielder, watches that inside. Pearson played left field for about 1 play, then went back to right. He'll be followed by Reinsdorfer and Cade Coates in the inning. 6, 7, 8. 2-0 pitch. Line drive right back up the middle for a base hit as Reinsdorfer gets the top of the 6th, started off hot.
It's a good piece of hitting right there. Got a
Pearson.
Pitch over the middle of the plate. Pearson's able to go with the pitch right back up the middle. Now the Sixers are up by 4, but an insurance run is never a bad thing for a team. Going to imagine and try to tack one on here to get that 5-run lead back.
And the 5-run lead to me in baseball is always the magical one, just because at that point there's not a single swing in the sport that can tie the game up. Reinsdorfer has the fastball up high.
And you know, it's something that you think like maybe at this age you don't worry about it enough, but the Mavericks, they've already shown the ability to leave the park, so it's something that you do have to take into consideration, and I think you're right about that, getting that 5-run lead.
1-0. Pearson at first. Throw over. Six to 2 the score. All 6 runs for Cheyenne coming in the top of the first inning. 1 run in the bottom of the second and the bottom of the 4th for Missoula.
And part of it is, too, is the Sixers want to get their offense going. They only scored runs in the first innings of each of these games. You know, pitchers have kind of settled in against them, and they want to try to break that.
1-0 pitch. For that, another pickoff.
I think Truglio understands that, too, about the getting that 5th run across, making sure that Pearson stays put. He already has a stolen base in the game.
Pitch to Reinsdorf is a swing and a miss at the plate, 1-1.
It's a good pitch on the inner third right there. Truglio's done a good job. A little bit more on the outside than the inside, but he's throwing enough on the inside part of the plate to keep the Sixers honest.
The 1-1 pitch. Up high as it's going to 2-1 now.
Yeah, that one will keep you honest, too.
Yeah, going over the top of the dome there.
It makes the at-bat uncomfortable for a hitter. You get one at the top of your head. If you're able to dot one down and away next pitch, makes the at-bat tough.
Line drive down the left field line, foul off the wall.
Pearson looks like he's trying to time up. Truglio on the mound. He's done a good job varying his time as Pearson's kind of jumping.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here. In the top of the 6th, Cheyenne trying to add to their 4-run lead. Truglio picks off.
Yeah, that time Pearson was staying put. There was a call standard made. I wonder if that's maybe a little less aggressive on the lead with 2 strikes here, no outs.
2-2. Popped up. It's going to go out of play behind our heads. Two and two once again here with that runner at first base, Pearson. Pearson, a couple of singles today as Reinsdorf at the plate. A double back in the first, pop out since. Up high, count runs full, 3-2, and Truglio now trying to get back in the zone as you've gotten it down to 4 runs. You want to try and keep this deficit to just 4. 3-2, runner takes off. Fouled, or no, a pop-up. It's going to get over the head of the first baseman. Just a looping line drive, and now racing towards third is Pearson. He gets in as he was confused momentarily. It was just a fisted ball over the head of the first baseman, Reimers, for a base hit.
Hey, sometimes you crush one, and sometimes you hit the ball about 45 miles an hour off the bat, and you get a single. It's a good job by the runner Pearson getting himself over to third, just because that's a tough play. The ball was lifted in the air. You're going on the pitch. Your kind of initial reaction is a fly ball as you want to get back, but that one lands in the grass. Is able to go over to third. Probably not going to score on that play, especially with the ball that only went about 100 feet.
Runners at first and third for Cade Coates, the shortstop. 0 for 2 on the day, line out and a ground out. Truglio comes home. The bunt put on. It's a good one down the first base line. Runner's going to come home. Only one choice to first in time. Just gets the runner Coates. The run comes home on the suicide.
It's a good job there by Truglio. At least getting one out. That's a perfectly placed bunt by Coates. He'll get a well-earned RBI. Just because if you take a little bit longer to try to figure out if you want to go to third, you could possibly allow that runner on.
So now one out in the inning. Reinsdorfer advances to second base, and it's the new pitcher Andrew Thompson on the plate. First pitch swinging back to us for strike number 1.
I'm not sure how many at-bats Thompson has on the year, but regardless of how many, his first at-bat, he comes out swinging, ready to go.
Pops that one out of play, 0-2.
And, you know, even if you do become a pitcher only at this age, you've hit probably your entire life up until this point, so you know how to do it. It's not a lot of kids who at 10 years old just specialize in pitching, so it's something that all these players have learned.
Fastball, strike 3 called. Andrew Thompson set down looking for out number 2.
Yeah, you could see that he wanted to maybe ask about that pitch, but it's also a pitch on the mound, though. When you go back out to throw, you want that pitch called for you, so I think you just kind of take that one.
He takes it, and the next inning throws that exact pitch and says, all right, I want this too.
I've always found that interesting when pitchers get called out looking on a pitch that they thought was a ball.
Mason Tafoya at the plate. First pitch swinging on the ground to the third baseman. Off his glove. Runner's going to try and go to third. The tag, not in time. The dive by the third baseman, Matosic, almost got the runner, Reinsdorfer. And now there's runners on the corners after the E5.
Kind of a dangerous play to go there, but you get in. Now that run's 90 feet away. You know, now the heart of your order's coming up with multiple runners on.
Landon McAnally, 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. Has scored a run. Tafoya over at first base after the E5. He's going to take off. Strike call at the plate. They're not even going to worry about it. Smart play there for the Mustangs, or rather the Mavericks, excuse me.
Yeah, it comes a bit of a catch-22, though. Now with the base hit, 2 runs could score. But also, if you don't get the out, a run's going to come across on the throw.
0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 run in the top of the 6th. 7-2 the score. Deep breath. On the ground, and it's fouled on the first base line, 1-2. McAnally, the original first baseman, now at the second base slot. Two outs, 2 runners on. The 1-2. Fouled away as again staying alive. McAnally putting together a good AB.
Yeah, the difference is 5 now, but for the Sixers, you can really break this one open if you get a hit here.
1-2. Popped up, out of play over the third base line. That ball landed in the chair of a lady. Well, she's smiling, so it didn't hit her hard enough, at least. So she's all good. That's good.
She didn't even move.
She just ducked and covered.
She's prepared to wear that one.
1-2. Fly ball into right field, sending the right fielder Bakari back, but he will make the catch for out number 3, as putting a good ride on it was McAnally, but 1 run is all they will come away with in the top of the 6th. Bottom half coming up, 7-2, as the Mavericks trying to put together some rally here. 7-2 the score on this 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament, brought to you by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. We are ready.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Bottom of the 6th inning here, the Mavericks stepping up to the plate, down now by 5, trying to sport a comeback here and keep their season alive. It's going to be the 4 slot, Christian Compton, to lead us off here, as back on the mound is going to be Thompson. He had the 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. Breaking ball stays up high, 1-0. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling here, bringing you game 1 of day number 2 at the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. Here in Billings, Montana. 1 ball and no strikes. Thompson here, the pitch. Strike called to Compton. It's day number 2, but it's day number 1 at Dealer Park, as due to some rain, we had to change fields for the first day's action. 1-1. It's going to be lined into shallow right field, dropping fast, finds some green grass for a base hit. Compton starts off the bottom of the 6th with a single.
Good piece of hitting, pitch on the outside part of the plate. Didn't get all the ball, but going the right side, plenty of room over there. Got enough of it just to fist it out in the right field.
Easton Reimers steps in, reached on an error in the 4th, came around to score on an error, and he's grounded out as well. Compton, the runner, off first. As Thompson on the mound here, trying to get the final 6 outs. Ticked at the plate by the bat. Kind of the check swing there that gets for strike number 1.
That's a batter. It's a gut-wrenching feeling. Didn't want to swing, but the bat got out of there just enough. Maybe the only worst feeling at the plate is if you foul one off that's behind you and it hits the bat.
7-2. The 0-1 pitch here coming to Reimers. Breaking ball finds the zone. Beautifully placed pitch. 0-2 here. Deep breath. Thompson's pitch. Just outside, 1-2.
It's a great 0-2 pitch right there. Swain tried to frame it up behind the plate. Just couldn't get the call, but on 0-2, you want to expand the zone. You see if you can get that call on the outside corner. It's a great pitch. Great take as well.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch home. Hit high into left field. Reinsdorfer moving just a tad to his left to make the catch for out number 1. First out of the inning is recorded. Coulter Nico Larson steps up. Coulter today is 1-4-2. He struck out in the second, singled in the fourth. Now here in the sixth, trying to get something going, down by 5. Thompson's pitch, a strike called inside part of the zone. Thompson using a breaking ball heavy formation, which is something that in this tournament has been few and far between. Again, the breaking ball this time high, 1-1. Nine hits for Cheyenne, 5 hits for Missoula. Checking on the runner is Thompson, and coming home now with the 1-1. Off the elbow guard, and that's going to be a hit by pitch as it goes off his guard into the mask of the catcher, Swain. And now you got runners at first and second with 1 out in the inning as Swain needs a moment. That's a metal guard in that elbow pad, so it's not like that ball slowed down too much.
I was going to say, the unfortunate part about that is the pitch that was coming high and in, and batter's trying to lean back out of the way, and when he did that, he leaned his elbow into the pitch. Wasn't trying to lean out over the plate. Was trying to make sure that Swain's all right. His home plate umpire, Craig Mills, was kind of standing in front of the plate as Swain was trying to get back to his position, but you know, as the umpire, anytime off the mask, you just want to make sure that the catcher's all right.
1 out in the inning, runners at first and second.
Because, you know, the first time they say they're all right, that's just an automatic reaction that they're always going to say that.
Looking to bunt, gets it down. Third base side, it's foul. Boyce, who had a homer in the second, struck out in the fourth, tries to get the bunt down there. 0-1 now with Thompson going back up to the mound. Thompson looks in, gets the sign, the 0-1 coming home with the runners off first and second. In the dirt through the legs of the catcher, that's going to advance both runners 90 feet.
An opportunity here. If you can scratch across both of these runs, give yourself an opportunity in the last inning to possibly only down by 3. It's a far more manageable comeback.
Thompson with 1 out now with runners at second and third, and Colin Boyce at the plate. Deep breath, the pitch. Breaking ball finds the zone, 1-2. Continues to hammer in those curveballs.
Yeah, Thompson likes to go to that breaking ball. Let's see, after multiple breaking balls in this at bat, if he tries to maybe sneak that fastball by at the top of the zone, kind of has that tunnel set up.
1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. Breaking ball again, and on the inside part of the bat, he fouls it off.
Yeah, that's a hand ringer right there. There's a curveball that was coming towards the inner third of the plate, far too close for Boyce to allow it to go. It's a good job just getting rid of it.
Long look in, and now a step off from Thompson. Thompson recorded with 3 outs in the fourth and fifth, now here, or excuse me, in the fifth, now here in the sixth. Fouled off. He had a 1-2-3 inning in that bottom of the fifth. With 1 out here and a 1-2 count, he's got runners at second and third, facing his 4th batter of the inning in the bottom of the 6th.
If it goes back to that fastball, I'd like to see him trying to get it above the belt, around the numbers, so you can get a chase at the top of the zone.
One, 2. Fouled off again.
He's behind on the fastball. So the catch-22 is, do you want to go back to the curveball because he's seen 2 straight fastballs? But when you do that, you speed up his bat.
And check swing, foul tick is what they're going to say, so that's why nobody really moved. We'll do the 1 and 2 again. Colin Boyce still trying to battle at this AB. A base hit would be huge, as probably pushing across 2 runs and making this a 3-run game. The pitch from Thompson. Breaking ball, gets the swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for out number 2.
Yeah, more importantly, no runners advances. The Sixers were going to concede the run if a ball is put in play on the infield. Now an opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed.
Jace Bikari will step in. 0 for 2 on the day with a fielder's choice and a ground out. First pitch to the lefty. A strike taken on the fastball first pitch. Changes tempos after a bunch of curveballs in the last AB.
It's all about making yourself tough to read. Fall in love with one pitch, the hitter's going to go up there and look for it.
0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Goes a little high with that one.
And as good as your curveball is, if the hitter knows it's coming, it makes it a lot easier to hit it.
One and 1. Fly ball into left field. Moving over Reinsdorfer. Puts the glove up and makes the catch. They strand the runners at second and third. Last inning, last chance for Missoula. But first, it's Cheyenne's turn to try and add their lead. Here in the 7th, it's 7-2 coming up here on the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional on mylocalradio.com, presented by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. We are ready.
At Uintah County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Nolan Horton will start us off in the top of the 7th inning, 7-2 the score. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling. Truglio back out on the mound for the Missoula Mavericks. First pitch swinging, it's through the left side. The shortstop's going to grab it. He's going to throw it, but it's nowhere close on the line, as that was right in the hole on the left side of the infield. Boyce makes a good attempt at it, but he knew he just had to throw it, and it did not go on the right line.
Yeah, it's a good play by Reimers to go get that ball. It's a do-or-die play for the shortstop, and, you know, good range just to get to that ball. Like you, I didn't think off the bat he had a chance. Great job getting to the ball, but just one of those where it's going to be real tough to throw out Nolan Horton, who's got good speed.
Hayden Swain steps up with the runner at first. Cheyenne trying to get a little bit of extra insurance to their 5-run advantage. A fastball taken at the plate for strike 1. Swain today 1 for 3. Popped out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 5th after doubling home 2 runs in the 1st and then coming around to score himself. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. 10 hits now on the day for Cheyenne.
Yeah, batter's now seeing Truglio for 2nd time. Starting to pick him just a little bit better than the 1st time.
That's lined into left field, down the line and into the corner. A rope. It's a double. They're going to send the runner home. The relay is going to be held, and sliding in safely is Nolan Horton. Add an extra run. It's 8-2 now.
Yes.
Another RBI double for Hayden Swain, his second of the day.
Yeah, Swain turned on that ball and absolutely belted down the line. It's a good piece of hitting. And as I was mentioning, second time through, they're starting to see Truglio again. And now they're starting to really time him up. And, you know, Truglio has been good up to this point. He has pitched, this will be his 6th inning if he finishes it. He's allowed 2 runs so far. It's not really a bad day on the mound. It's just unfortunate he came in with a 6-run deficit.
Jackson Garrett will step in. He takes the spot of Corey Williams, who was injured early in this game. And Garrett, first pitch swing into center field, moving over is Taylor, and he makes the catch. So 1 out now here in the top of the 7th inning with 1 run in. Braden Pearson will step up. He has yet to record an out today. Singled in the 1st, singled in the 6th, walked in the 3rd, has a stolen base, an RBI, and scored 2 runs of the day as well. Fastball's inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Pearson will be followed by Reinsdorfer. Barring a crazy double play could be made. Fastball on the bottom part of the zone, 1-1. Next game up on the board, it's Pocatello, the Idaho team, facing the host team, the Billings Scarlets. 8-2. And that goes inside on Pearson. He's hit. Well, he continues to not record an out, although painfully.
He's had a really good day at the plate. You know, 4 plate appearances. You reach base all 4 times. It's a pretty special day.
Ethan Reinsdorfer now will step up. Doubled in the 1st, popped out the 3rd, singled in the 6th, 2 for 3. Runners at 1st and 2nd for him with 1 out here on the top of the 7th. As Truglio checking on the runner now comes home. First pitch swing, it's a chopper to the 3rd baseman. Gloves, Matosic fires in time at 1st.
It's a fine play there by Matosic, coming in, charging, throwing on the run. It's not an easy play for a 3rd baseman, but he made it look pretty routine over there on the hot corner.
He's made a couple of plays like that on the day as he will run in on it and throw on the run. And just another day at the office for the hot corner there. 2 outs, runners at 2nd and 3rd. And it's going to be the 8th slot in the order, Cade Coates, who is today 0 for 2. Does have a sac bunt of an RBI.
Big at bat for Truglio here. You want to shut the door right now.
Fouled off at the plate from Coates. Coates had a shot in the 1st inning, but it was a line drive right to the 1st baseman. On the ground, shortstop has it in the glove as Boyce goes to 1st. Catch made by Reimers, and the 1 run is all that Cheyenne will get. But they add to their lead. They're up by 6 with 3 outs left for Missoula as Cheyenne looks to keep their season alive, and they're 3 outs away from doing just that. We'll be right back here in Billings, Montana for the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional on mylocalradio.com, presented by Ready Industrial Construction and Support Services. Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your #1 fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Mavericks. Down by 6. It's going to be the bottom of the order to start us off. The 9-hole Ryland Davis, and then we'll go back to the top with Carter Taylor and Cole Truglio. Thompson back out on the mound to try and finish this one off for Cheyenne. You want to know an interesting stat there, Mr. Aaron Poling?
Of course, I'm always down for an interesting stat.
If you were to get these 3 outs, Thompson will get the save. Line drive over the head of the first baseman. Should I speak too soon, as it's Garrett who gets it over top of himself, and Ryland Davis has the single over top of him. If you pitch the last 3 innings of a game, and I don't know if it's the same American Legion, but you are awarded a save.
Indeed it is.
Carter Taylor will step up, and I say that before. He has to get these 3 outs, so.
The last 3 overs the hardest to get.
Taylor's 1 for 3 on the day. He flies this one fouled on the first base side.
I know that in Major League Baseball, they're kind of getting away from the closer. I watch a team that doesn't believe in closers, apparently. And, yeah, it's
okay.
the 3 hardest outs in baseball, and there's something about the mentality you have to come in and close the door and finish the game.
Especially in tight games. 0-1 turns to 1-1 after that pitch on the below the zone. Pitch home. On the ground through the right side. It's a base hit. Back-to-back singles to start off the bottom of the 7th. Well, you need base runners if you're Missoula, so this is a good start.
Absolutely, and it's why they're the hardest 3 outs to get. You have a team's back up against the wall. They come out and, really good approaches here. First 2 at-bats going to the right side, and now suddenly you're 3 batters in, 2 runners on, and runners create chaos on the infield. A ground ball to the shortstop. If the runner's coming through at the right time, you can screen that shortstop.
Got a pinch hitter here as Cole Truglio, the pitcher's day is done. Patrick Davis will step in and take his hacks from the left side as he'll take the batting order here and bat in the 2nd hole.
Hats off to Truglio. 6 innings pitched, gave up 2 runs. That's not a bad day on the mound.
Not at all.
It's just unfortunate for him. They were down 6-0 when he came into the game. Since the point he came on the mound, it's been 2-2 runs scored. So he did a terrific job, kept his team in this game, give him an opportunity here late.
Thompson's pitch. Finds the strike zone, first strike 1. 0-1 with the runners off first and second. Trading outs for runs is a place that Cheyenne can have right now as they're up by 6. Outside with that pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun was shining earlier today, now kind of getting more of the cloud coverage that we expected throughout this tournament. Fouled back in the netting on the 1-1 pitch.
Yeah, Garrett, the first baseman, playing behind the runner. Oh, never mind. Usually do that with runners on first and second. Mute point.
It's a good thing to point out, though. 1-2. Looper into shallow left field. Reinsdorfer makes the catch for out number 1 as he comes on to get it. .38 pitches for Thomason. So
I imagine that 45 is
that's
probably the magic number.
So trying to get 2 outs in 7 pitches. Fouled off on the first pitch to the batter, Sam Matosic. Matosic 0 for 3 today, flown out twice and popped out once.
Yeah, stirring in the Cheyenne dugout. Looks like they could potentially be sending someone down to the bullpen.
0-1. Strike 2. Well, here comes the 41st pitch.
Yeah, Anthony Pacheco took off his warm-up. I'm not sure if he's getting ready to throw or if he's going down to catch the bullpen.
0-2. Breaking ball up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just didn't quite snap that one enough through.
One and 2, the deep breath. Check on the runner, the pitch home. Fly ball into left field. It's going to send Reinsdorfer, but he'll make the catch. Didn't have to move too much, and there is 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th as they try and complete this game. And now this will probably be where the pitching change is made, as they don't want to get him past 45 and want to have him potentially for the rest of this tournament in a couple days. And that's exactly what's going to happen. They'll take the ball from Thompson, and we'll have a new pitcher on the mound, as we'll see who that is. Looks like it's going to be Anthony Pacheco going to the outfield, and Ethan Reinsdorfer is going to come and probably take the pitching for this last out. Reinsdorfer, your new pitcher, will come back and give the latest 8-2. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, as Missoula still with a shot, 1 out for their season. When we come back, you're watching the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional here on MyLocalRadio.com, presented by Ready.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelo's has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelo's also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelo's is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelo's Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back here to the 2024 Northwest American Legion Regional, and it's going to be the new pitcher on the mound, Reinsdorfer, tasked with getting this final out of the game. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. They've got a 6-run lead. There's runners on first and second, and it's Christian Compton, the 4-hole. At the plate, it was the pitcher yesterday trying to keep his season alive.
Yeah, for Reinsdorfer, you just want to come in, throw strikes. I don't know if he's had a chance to go out to the bullpen yet, as he's played 4 different positions in this game, including left field twice.
First pitch, swing and a miss for strike number 1. We are exactly 2 hours into this one, with the final out still needing to be made.
I think it's the first game that's gone over 2 hours here in the Northwest Regional.
Kind of wild. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
They're kind of take into account that first inning took 30 minutes to complete. Yeah.
First inning was the longest one for sure. 0-2, Reinsdorfer, 1 strike away from sending Cheyenne to day 3. Here it comes. In the dirt. Good block by Swain, keeping the runners put. Compton today 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. The pitch, swing and a miss. They're going to go down to first just to complete the out. It was occupied either way. And there it is, Cheyenne victorious in the first game of day 2, 8-2. And their season will continue into day 3 of the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. They will face the loser of tonight's matchup between Anchorage, Alaska and Fort Collins, Colorado. So we'll have to see who their opponent is for tomorrow, as we'll find that out later in the day. But final score 8-2, as it's going to be Cheyenne moving on over Missoula, and Missoula, their great season will come to an end. We'll be right back with the post-game show here on the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional, presented by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services. Since 1982, we are ready.
Growing up is all about having your independence. And Y-High is here to help you gain real financial freedom with a Y-High Independence Account. With an emphasis on education, growth, and experience, the Y-High Independence Account prepares you to handle your own finances, so you're ready for what life throws your way. We're talking no parent or legal guardian required on your account, no risk of collections or negative reporting, and no overdraft fees. Find your independence with a Y-High Independence Account today.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Welcome back here to the 2024 Northwest American Legion Regional, and it's time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. 8-2, your final score as Cheyenne victorious over Missoula in Game 1 of day number 2 here. And it's the end of the line for the Missoula Mavericks as they just could not get the bats going. And unfortunately, they were put in a tough place after 6 runs came across to score. In the top of the first inning for Cheyenne, we knew the bats were going to come alive for Cheyenne. It was just a matter of time, but now we finally get to see what this offense is capable of. 6 runs in the first, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 8 runs on 12 hits, 4 errors for Cheyenne. Missoula, 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for them. Their runs coming in the bottom of the 2nd and in the bottom of the 4th. A couple of notable names to look out for on both sides of the order, as it's a 2-hit day for Ethan Reinsdorfer, Braden Pearson, Hayden Schwain, Nolan Horton, and Mason Tafoya for the Cheyenne team. And a really good day on the offensive side all across the board. Obviously, when you score 8 runs against a defensive opponent and an outfield that is larger than what you had yesterday, it's something to definitely take note of. And then on the other side of the ball, it was Missoula again, just 2 runs on the 6 hits. 2 hits, though, for Carter Taylor as he goes 2 for 4. Pretty good tournament for the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks. Overall, though, the winning pitcher, Andrew Thompson, 2 2/3, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, does not give up a run. Losing pitcher, Brennan Loeb, 1 inning pitched, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned on 1 walk as well. Corey Williams, who had a fantastic day, 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, 3 strikeouts, and he also had a pretty good, was out on the plate and made a fantastic play in the right field. Unfortunately, it cost him, though, as he injured his foot over there.
Yeah, that was a great play. I think we'll probably have more on that in our next segment if I had to guess. But, he's at least moving around a lot better than he was earlier, hopefully. Hopefully he'll be able to get back into this tournament. I don't want to say that tomorrow is out of the question, but it's also not looking overly possible. The important thing for Corey Williams is to make sure you're completely healthy. Just that way, if you are going to be out there, you can help your team. We talk about players that you want on your team, and you talk about guys running through a brick wall. Corey Williams tried to slide through a concrete wall to make that play and made a fantastic catch.
Speaking of that, maybe it's time to go to our Dr. McKay Frankham's precision play of the game. And, Aaron, you called it. That is it, the sliding catch by Corey Williams. I mean, I can't put into words how fantastic of a play that was. As it was going to be a tough play right off the jump. You saw it going into foul territory, but for him to go into the slide right at the wall and still hold on to it after making contact, man, that's a tough play out there, and it's really unfortunate that it took him out of the game, but you love the effort from your right fielder and what was your pitcher for a good portion of the game as well.
Yeah, how can you not watch that as a teammate and not be willing to do whatever it takes to win after that play? It was an awesome catch. If that happens, on the right field line, it's obviously without the injury. The only thing that, kind of made me wince was him going into the wall that way and the way he got up. And, you could tell the adrenaline was there for a second, and then it's just unfortunate the way that ended, but what a play that was.
Now it's time for our Pepsi Player of the Game, and I'm going to go with Ethan Reinsdorfer. He had the final out of the game recorded via the strikeout. He had an RBI double in the first, had a single in the sixth, and overall was very versatile. Played first for a play, was in right field, left field, and obviously finished off the game on the mound. So you could have picked a number of players, though, for this Pepsi Player of the Game. Braden Pearson didn't record an out all day. He singled twice, walked once, and was hit by a pitch, had 1 RBI and scored 2 runs. So also a great day for him. You could have given it to him. Hayden Swan, also amazing, 2 RBIs in the first inning, an RBI in the 7th inning. He, as a whole, just had a great day, as well as the Cheyenne offense we mentioned in the pregame show. We knew that they had what these bats were considered a top-tier level of offense, and we didn't get to see that yesterday due to the amazing pitch performance from Eugene. Today, we got to see what this offense is capable of.
Absolutely, and we talked about going back to the state tournament. They put up 10-plus runs in 5 of the 6 games they played in, and they bounced back very well today. They ran into an absolute buzzsaw on the mound yesterday in Saunders from Eugene. That kid's going to Oregon State, and he's only a sophomore. You can see why. He was a very, very good pitcher. And as an offense, sometimes you just run into better pitching, and that's kind of what happened to the Sixers yesterday. They were able to bounce back today and take care of business, but those bats got to keep showing up because they're going to have their backs against the wall the entire week. They are the defending champs, and they want to get back to the national tournament. They're going to have to win out, and it's not going to be easy.
No, it is not. They will face the loser of this evening's game between Anchorage, Alaska, and Fort Collins, Colorado. So have to see what happens in that game. And that game will be played in, looks like that's going to be the 4 p.m. game tomorrow. So we'll have a game at 12:34 and 7. And we'll have game 2. That's where Cheyenne will be playing in once again against the loser of Anchorage, Alaska, and the Colorado team. All right, so for Missoula, their tournament is done. They go 0-2, as had a really good game yesterday against the Washington team as they fall 3-0. But today, just that first inning was all that you could say. 6 runs after that. It was a 2-2 ball game for most of the way. So obviously a big credit to them. And, winning the state of Montana is definitely not something to be ashamed of in a great season as they finish 54-29 on their season. So there goes that, and Cheyenne gets their 70th win with the pickup. We will now go here to game number 2. It's Idaho and Billings, Montana, as we'll switch off streams and go to that one. So if you want to stick around, make sure you have it. Dan Hubbard will have the call for that one. But for my partner, Aaron Poling, I'm Jace Andrews. One final time, 8-2, Cheyenne advances to day 3 of the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. Peace out from Billings.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.